Must be the tower Jomar mentioned. It's full of sun wings. That can't be good. There, on the beach. A Clint scout. I need to get closer. See if he's carrying a relic like Jomar mentioned. No relic. Can't be Jomar's brother. I should take a look around. See if I can find anyone else. I should check if one of them is Jomar's brother. But I'll need to get rid of those machines first. Need to reload. That's all of them. I should check the scouts. There's no relic. Not sure if either of them are Oris. But maybe one of them dropped it as they fought off the machines? My focus might show me more. Huh. Nothing. Maybe my focus can pick up their tracks instead? There. Maybe Oris escaped the machines. Better see where it leads. machine. It looks like it gave chase, but Oris fought it off. Need to search more cauldrons to learn how to override that. It looks like he ran inside the tower. Probably to escape those sunwings up there. Tracks end. I must have climbed up this tower. Dead end. Maybe if I go outside, I can find another way up. Nothing to see here. Another close one. This must be Oris. But there's only one way to be sure. I better check for the relic. The relic. And my focus picked up data on it. It's not a beacon, it's a tourist map of San Francisco. If the Quen could read this, they wouldn't need to send scouts out blind. I should tell Alva.
Aloy, I'm here.
Alva, I found some data I think Bohai might be interested in seeing. I'm sending it to you now.
I'll pass it along.
Thanks. I better take this relic back with me. Give it back to Jomar. Along with the bad news. Here I come!
You've returned. Did you?
I'm sorry.
How did he die?
The tower was a sunwing nest. He went in there looking for cover, but he was holding on to that when I found him.
Horace.
I read the data on it. It had a map that can help your people get the lay of the land without risking more scouts. All of us sharing it with Bohai right now. It's a good thing your brother protected it.
I'd trade all the data in the legacy to have my little brother back. But I'm glad that something meaningful came from his death. As promised, you now have access to my weapon stock. If you bring me the right resources, I can make you anything you see there. Actually, why don't you give this a try? One of our best. And if it's of use, you know where to find more.
Thank you. I'm really sorry for your loss.
I know you are. And I'm grateful.
Wind's blustering about something.
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
You wanted to talk about your...
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where. Will you meet me where we felled Regalla's tremor tusk, right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
I have...
Then do not...
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regalla's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the Ten guide your way.
This is where Kotallo wanted us to test out his new... Hey, Kotallo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All right, talk to me, Kotallo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
After you. Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Always climbing that mountain. Not what happened to Eureka.
Move it! Still going! Use that weapon! I am a weapon for battle! That's the way! Take this out! Now! Here! Fight me! Fight the thunderstorm!
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The Ten be with you, Aloy.
Welcome back. Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct, but the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
So the old ones had cows and sea cows.
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Aloy.
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine.
I'm glad to hear it. Oh, before I forget. Here. Something to commemorate our mission. We did good together.
Yeah, You look tired.
Ha! I've just been making sure that I got every... I want to be the usual...
You'll do fine. After we get...
I wasn't... Besides, you know, the soldiers, the ones... they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. I think most of them realized that. They still did it. They bought our. As long as I can do...
Thank you, Erend.
Okay, enough.
Have you spoken with Alva?
Yeah, when she's not reading the Archon, she took to that... I gotta say, but I can see why you...
Anybody take you...
Zoe can't stand... I tried Alva, and I'm not putting...
What about Kotallo?
Now there's a man that can hold... Pretty sure we downed half a keg. That same here.
Aloy, it sounded like...
We just...
Does this mean she's coming with...
It does.
That's what all this...
Hephaestus won't...
Hephaestus is just... I can always call...
Funny. I hope firing...
It'll work.
Always up.
Nah, just...
Yeah. You were right, I guess, but the truth...
He was a good man.
Any last find?
Not really.
Oh?
When we put...
You think...
In time...
If anyone could... Once Gaia...
To see... What?
I'm glad...
Don't forget.
What will you...
I hope she'll... And she'll probably... We'll figure it out.
I know you will. How does...
Anxious. I heard... And I know he...
I hope they...
Like I said...
I'm glad you're...
Sure there's...
No more running. Hey.
I've already got the look.
Good.
I heard you in
News travel.
It wasn't
There were just
a healthy.
You look like you have...
We're going to in war is, but it makes fighting if we fail helps to for a moment.
I don't know what you're... Read anything...
Apparently it helped that and cleanse me.
Anything...
Aaron told, in fact, but
Have you met our new...
I could barely keep up as she... Varl, though, when she turns... We showed her to... She hasn't...
That sounds like all... How are things with...
Slightly... Apparently they called it meat. You'd think we... As soon as you...
You'll hear about...
Aloy.
Had a... Really?
I once knew it was deep
Did he...
in time, but not before the...
How are you... And?
I looked up this and looked to think that the ancient world was wiped. There is no...
That about... Think you're right.
I am to...
Have you...
Her mind is, but it's hard.
Trust...
I will take...
You nervous?
If I... What...
Did Aaron tell rebels the...
He told... I suggest...
Is he...
He didn't say no. I await your...
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway, if we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you.
You mentioned...
Her name, what it brought on...
Why?
Halik, not even...
Sounds...
like the focus is... well... Last time I was allowed to see my family. Because of my position, but if our crops don't recover soon, they'll...
I promise. The ancestors.
Yes, and those whose warfare leader...
The seal.
Right. Well, any one of the ancestors is... That's how we thought of our... miss...
You said you owed me an explanation.
Right. He was an Imperial. As such, he took a special whom we consider
Ted Pharaoh.
I know better now. Anyway, in fact, so the Emperor's nephew across the ocean. If only we, perhaps the Emperor declared that all the dozens of ships, scouting mission, and the Emperor's nephew, one who wielded the living it may seem strange. We really believe. We had no idea. Just
you said what happened?
And scores of and that was before once we landed, and we struggled to there were bright spots, to be but nothing improved the seal. He became more and more obsessed, and more, you heard him, spouting nonsense. We knew these weren't the words of his, but he was quick to put any who spoke.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many, but what the COB principle divine,
So, Bohai.
He won't execute people, but I can't tell you how many times he took the best thing to...
Yep, so... Back at the Green...
Diviner, and many the Empire, but detriment. Like, that is why Diviners, only overseers, it ensures that any heretical data...
What happens to Divine...
I never had the...
You mentioned...
The Zenith who tried to kill... He is known combing through data related to weapons, knowledge, that's why he's one of our... But, based on it appears he's even yet another
Well, at least you're...
If only the...
Beta mentioned...
I'm afraid I don't know. Whatever legacy they left.
Must be strange, and here on Earth.
Yeah, maybe the legacy tells us she brought... Or Sung Jiao. It is said but my curiosity, our view of perhaps it is better.
I see you.
It's what would have taken me, like the data with this could revolutionize how that is.
You want
but maybe
any more data?
I'm particular. We knew the ancestor, in fact, and we thought the sheer.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead. Where I grew from a fire lit by. I am at.
It's not that but
we grew up.
Yes.
I hope everyone.
Oh, and it's back home.
Sounds.
You are not.
Have you spoke?
So and she looked.
You should ask Soda.
Maybe.
If you
Gaia's, Ian.
What?
He.
For now.
And could think of what, but.
Or play. I should.
Of course. Before you do, it sounded like there was.
Not anymore. And like I said, I'll let you know when.
I appreciate it.